should the Bengals trade for him? Now, as we go into looking here at the Bengals, because what is on the hot seat, and I'm going to put the Bengals on the hot seat this week, but I put the Bengals on the hot seat for this season, not necessarily for the team. The team is what the team is, but I think their season is on the hot seat for 2025. They're going to have to really make a decision here. And that decision is going to have to be, do we tank it? Is it over? Is it over into October, which is incredible, right? Your season being over in October is just sad. And October is just starting. So you got to be thinking, is it over in October? Or do we decide to make a run at it? Do we decide to get rid of Jake Brown and call your boy Russell Wilson in here? Call him down here. Get him suited up. When I say down here, I don't know if Cincinnati is below New York. I'm not sure if it is. But do you call him? Say, hey, we're willing to will and deal. It's only 1 year, so it's not like you got to give up a lot if you want to trade for him, right? Like it's not like the Giants love him. They got kid that's already there, ready to go. Eugene's ready to get him out of there too. So, I mean, it sounds like you would have receptive phone calls about it, the guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's because especially now, I was just kind of looking to see if there was any update on Burrow's injury. There isn't. I mean, if you're looking
I
at a
think that
3 month,
he's out. The problem with the Burrow situation is this: win or lose. So let's say that they're winning, okay? Let's say Jake Brown and let's not even go with the Russell Wilson situation. Let's go with as the situation currently stands. If they go with Jake Browning and Browning somehow turns it around, okay, and gets to, let's say Burrow can come back December. Let's say he misses October and November. He misses another couple months, okay? He comes back in December. But let's say by that time, Browning has them with a winning record. They got they're like 9-3 or something like that. They go on a run, 9-10-3, you know, and then Burrow can come back for the last 3 to 4 games. If you're the Bengals and Browning is doing what he's doing, why bench the guy? Why even bring Burrow back? Like, why rush Burrow back, I should say? Because if Browning is doing what he's doing to get you winning up to that point, then you might as well not rush the franchise here. If Burrow's a franchise, you're not going to rush the guy back if Browning is getting the job done and you're still achieving the desired results without having to rush your franchise player. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. The problem is on the exact opposite side. If you are losing, let's flip that record, okay? Let's say that you are now 3-10. If you're 3-10, then what's the point of bringing them back for 4 games? Like, what's even the point at that point? Like, if you're out of the playoffs, if you don't really have anything really to fight for, then I think that it's even sillier to bring them back at that point because you don't even have, like, you're going to bring them back to maybe go 500 in these last couple games. Or maybe if he wins those games, you still have the same result of going home. Maybe they look better, but you go home. I wouldn't get the point of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, but again, if you watch any of the Monday night game, he looks abysmal. And then it's not, and then looking at they're 2-2 right now, and then you got the Lions coming in this week, so it doesn't get any easier. So
not at all.
So
that division's tough too. It's a tough division they play.
Exactly. So now you're in a tough division. Now you're like, okay, do we? And again, why? I mean, the only issue is your offensive line is abysmal as well. You have an aging quarterback with Wilson who's prone to take sacks, and so he's not the Russ that gets out of the pocket like he used to be. And so are you just kind of bringing in, just another kind of just a guy that's just going to get sacked all the time, and you're going to?
Do you feel like Wilson wouldn't be an upgrade from Jake Browning?
Oh, I think it would be an upgrade. Now, here's the thing too. Where I think it was kind of interesting when he did have good receivers to throw to. The numbers always look good for Russ, right? He's got it. There would be no lack of talent that he's going into, right? If he gets into that situation, he's got. They don't have the running game as they used to have when he was in Seattle, but he didn't really have a good receiving core when he was when he was in Denver. So He would definitely
Can't say
have
he
that
has a great
upgrade.
one now, to be honest with you, right? Like, he had
Right.
Neighbors,
I'm
but
not,
that's about it.
but again, at least he did put up those nice stats against the Cowboys. He had a nice game there, so it's there. I'm saying you could have those flashes, right? Could he come in and just stabilize you, get you just those 3 months, keep you competitive, keep you either in that 500, maybe a game of 500, and rewrite it, turn back it over to Joe Burrow? Because right now, where are they at?
I mean, it's. I think it's tough, man. I think it's a tough situation because if you're gonna try to salvage a season, I do think you make a play for Russ. If you're gonna try to salvage a season, if you think he's better than what you got, you know what I mean. Now, the only way that you don't make that play is if you think that Russ is only marginally better than what you got. If you think that Russ is a little better, then you might be thinking, why would I make that play? You know what I mean? Because you're thinking like, well, I'm not getting that much better. So
Right.
I'm not gonna make any play for the guy.
Right. Or do you make the phone call to Atlanta, but you have spent so much money on your receivers, Burrow, and not upgraded the line, so you're hoping that Atlanta's going to pick up a chunk of the contract for Cousins. Spoiler, they've already made it known that, hey, we want a draft pick and we want you to pick up some of the salary. So I don't even think they'd even have the sub, again, we all know the NFL, they can make it happen some kind of way, but even that gets kind of dicey if you're trying to bring that money into at the same time. So it's like you said, they're 2-2. They're second in the right now in the AFC North. We know Cleveland's who knows what Cleveland is. Baltimore, we got to wait and see what's going on with Lamar. Pittsburgh's schedule gets a lot harder after this. Their
Yes, it
schedule
does.
and we have to kind of see is our team's going to figure out the Rodgers thing. I mean, they seem to be emulating the what Tua did, like get the ball out fast, get the ball out fast. Now that worked for a season, maybe it works for a season with Rodgers, but teams obviously,
I
were
think
able
he's
to
only
figure that
there
out.
for a season from what it looks like.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying though, can he get through the whole season doing that like what Tua did when he put those great numbers, or do teams pick it up faster? Because so I don't know. It's an interesting, but again, if you're kind of in that division now, it's like you're sandwiched in between Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. Because at the end, like Baltimore's, I was looking at their games are like their last 9. It's very winnable games. So right now you're looking at 1-3, but they could just turn it around and be right there, either in that wild card or that last game for the wild card, or they can go into the division because Pittsburgh's they're going to start getting their season gets a lot harder after this.
Yeah, I think that the decision what the Bengals really have to do is make a decision on the direction of the season. And me personally, I wouldn't bring in Kirk. I would only bring in
No.
Kirk if I'm going to play him for a couple years, or have a chance of playing him for a couple years, depending on how much money he wants or how that money gets sorted and what I got to give up to give
Well,
him.
this is last year
What I
of
got to
that contract.
give. Okay, so
Yeah.
if he just goes flat out free agent, that's maybe next year. So I don't know how I would work that out, to be honest with you. I don't know how I would work that out. But if something I can work out something similar to what Russ is doing now,
Russ is the
then
cheap
I wouldn't
option.
mind that.
Right.
$10 million, $10 million
Right.
bucks. I mean, you can bring that in. I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, because
Right.
$8 to $10 million bucks to try to salvage your season, it seems like a small price to pay in the scheme of things. And everything that you do with the amount of money you're paying Higgins and the amount of money you're paying Chase, I think that you want to get somebody that you feel great about throwing the ball to them.
Right. You don't keep wasting
And
these
depending
years.
on Joe Burrow's situation, because as soon as Joey B's back, it's everybody's out of here. I mean, as soon as Joey B gets back, but it's just when does he get back?
Right. And then again, it's like, okay, you shut them down, and now we know they were impressive last year. They were like one of the most fun teams to watch on offense. But again, and you got to kind of factor that in. Are you a Super Bowl team? But again, GMs, coaches, they want to keep their jobs, man. They want to stay in where they kids go. All the families are living in one place. Everyone wants to stay in one place. So it all depends on that too. It's like how fast can we stable the ship long enough for him to come back? Because Joe Burrow's 28. He'll be 29. He's not getting younger.
Not getting any
So
younger
right,
with a serious injury history.
and serious injuries history, and a cheap ownership that doesn't want to at least spend the money on the offensive line. So how long is he going to put up with that too? Where he just goes into, hey guys, I'm done. I'm tired of getting killed back there. Or, maybe does he pull the Andrew Luck? I don't think he does, but retires because he's just getting tired of getting killed out there every year. So
it'd be interesting to see if that's the case, because the point about the coaches and needing a winning season and all that other stuff rings true in the sense that a lot of coaches don't have the time, might not literally have the time for Joe Burrow to come back. They're like, we're not going to be around when you come back. So we're trying to make sure we're around long enough to see you come back. That's the case.
Right.
I mean, rough depending on Jake Browning, right? Like if you got to hold all the cards, if Jake Browning's holding all your coaching cards, if you're where your kids go to school, depending on Jake Browning's performance week in and week out, that can be concerning. I bet you're sweating a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to my GM and go, hey, if this goes sideways again this year, we don't go to playoffs. I don't know if we're gonna be back. So, but again, if you bring in Russ, he writes the ship. You somehow either win the division or get one of those last remaining playoffs, which the AFC is wide open, right? There's not a lot of top heavy teams once you get past, the Chargers. I mean Buffalo. I mean Kansas City finally looked like Kansas City last week, but I mean let's see if that continues. But I mean, you can get in the AFC, you can get to that playoff with 9 wins. You can get that, and I think that's the thing. So you have to look at that as well. It's like if we can just muster in, if we can get 9 wins out of this and get in the playoffs, then that makes you feel a little better. And your coaches, your owners feel better, your GM feels better, and fans start feeling better. Because then you can kind of look at, okay, maybe we went to that wild card, we made some noise, maybe we win the game, and maybe we lose it the next round, but at least you're going to the playoffs and you're not just disappointing your fans again and again and again, which as a Bengals fan, you're just got to be like, and they were in the Super Bowl how many years ago? And it's like,
I think that's what's buying you some time, man. It's by getting the Super Bowl
Super
buys
Bowl
you a
appearance.
couple years of goodwill, man. Especially with a team like this that's not used to Super Bowl appearances. So a team like this is not used to Super Bowl appearances. It got you at least to the promised land. Almost won that game. And if I am those coaches, I'm probably calling somebody. I don't know if I'm calling Russ or not, but I'm calling somebody. I'm calling somebody because really it's just going to depend on Joe Burrow when he comes back, right? And when we get definitive information on that, I just have the feeling it's going to at least be 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, I think if he's back throwing in November, I think it'd be incredible at this point. It's already October now.
Right. And they're saying it's, I mean, typically it's a 3-month injury. And that's
12 weeks. Goodness, that's terrible.
Right. And so what you would want, again, I don't think San Francisco wants to get rid of it, but even Mac Jones looked good, looked like a competent backup quarterback, right? I mean, I don't think he's moving their needle, but again, the rest would make sense.
You never know. You never know. You never know. And if this was a place, because you were very ready to drive Russ out of New York, where other places would this be your favorite place, or you like Carolina better? Because I noticed you mentioned Carolina and you mentioned Cincinnati when you were saying
Cincinnati
that you would trade Russ.
Cincinnati's better. Like if I'm Russ, that's where I want to go. I want no piece of Carolina. They have nothing there. I have no idea what direction they're going in. I have zero. I mean, at least I get to go. At least I have talented receivers to throw to. In Cincinnati, I have no idea who they're throwing to. I mean, yes, I do love their running back. They have a great running back down in Carolina, but other than that, I mean, their defense is marginally a little bit better, but their offense is just like it just look. I mean, I don't know. They look like a Super Bowl team against us, but every other team they played, they look like just garbage against. So
we've been known to make teams look like Super Bowl teams.
We have.
The Falcons. We love doing it.
But again, you saw them come back down to earth last week, and the Patriots just throttled them last week. So,
correct.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Russ, that's where I want to go. Like, I don't want that. Let me throw the chase.
If you're the Giants, what do
Yeah.
you want from him? Like, what would you want for him if you're the Giants?
Oh, you're not getting much. I mean, you're only paying 10. You might get a 7th rounder. You may get a 6, but you're not getting anything. You're not getting a 5th or 1 through 5. You can forget about it because they'll be like, "Nah, we'll just wait and see if he wants to just walk or you guys cut him." No.
Man, yeah, that'd be interesting. Just Stats, Ray Johnson, UJ Moore, and check us out. Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts. See you next time.